You know what it felt like watching this game? It felt like Shawn Michaels from WWE when he gave that sweet chin music to Ric Flair to end his career. And that's what PSG just did to Luka Modric and Real Madrid. The game is still going, people. It's 4-0. 4-0 for Paris Saint-Germain against Real Madrid. A Real Madrid team that are still rebuilding under Xabi Alonso. And people need to be patient with Real Madrid. But today's video is not about the game. Well, a little bit about the game. But it's just the mere fact of how insanely good this PSG team is. The fluid football, the amazing players, the amazing coaching. It's like, for me, you can say if I'm reactionary or not in the comments down below. They're one of the best teams in the 21st century. Let's go to those ranks. Yeah, they're one of the best teams. They're up there with Barcelona 2011, 2009. They're up there with Real Madrid 2018, 2017, whichever one of those teams. They're up there with AC Milan 2007. They are up there. Bayern Munich 2020, the COVID team. PSG are just such an entertaining side, right? You can criticize them for how they have gotten to this point with the amount of money they have spent, and I can understand that perspective if you're a neutral fan. But you could at least say, you know what, Michael? You know what, PSG? You know what, PSG fans? You guys play some really entertaining football. And the way they just dismantle every single team right now. If they keep a clean sheet, by the way, people, if they keep a clean sheet in this game, because the game is still going, that is 7 clean sheets in the last 8 games. 7. The only team to score against them in the last 8 games is Botafogo. Is Botafogo of all teams. But the reason why this PSG team are so good, it's just the fluid football. It's the midfield they have. It's the consistent change in positions of the forwards. Like, you don't know where Due is at one point, where Dembele is at one point, where Kivara is at one point. The midfield, they control the entire game. Like Vitinha. Wow. I mean, Vitinha is such a serious baller. The way he just dictates, the quarterback, the coach of the midfield. He can find a pass from anywhere, just dictating play as the general he is. He's not a defensive midfielder, but he plays in that defensive midfielder position, and he just dominates it every single game because of his IIQ and his passing. It's just ridiculous. The game ended. It ended 4-0. I mean, any opponent right now, we're going to see in the final against Chelsea, PSG should be winning that game because they're by far the best team. You put any team in front of them right now, 4-4-4, 5 to Inter, 4-4-4. The only 2 times this year where I looked at PSG and they looked a little bit flustered and they looked like they lost complete control of the game was second half at Anfield and second half at Villa Park. Those are the only 2 times. Every other game, yes, they went toe-to-toe at times with Arsenal at the Emirates. Other than that, it's been 9 out of 10 every single half, and even 10 out of 10 halves from PSG. That's why I have to say they are one of the best teams we have seen in the 21st century. This 24-25 team will go down in history because of the football they play. And it wasn't always spectacular. They went through the struggles in the later parts of 2024. The struggles against Atletico, the struggle against PSV. Who did they lose to away? Arsenal, they lost to away. They lost away to Bayern Munich, where they got trounced in that game. It only finished, 1 or 2-0 in that game? It could have been 4-0. PSG were really bad. But somehow, everything just clicked after December. Dembele started cooking. The team got more structured. The team believed more in the pressing style of Luis Enrique. And look at what they have done so far. Ligue 1 title, Coupe de France, Champions League first time ever, and now they want to capture all the Infinity Rings and get the Club World Cup to really cement themselves. If there's any argument, right? You could give an argument to Barcelona because Barcelona were also one of the most dominant teams this year, most entertaining teams. Obviously, they had that crazy game against Inter in the semifinal. But just PSG, it's marvelous to watch them. Like I said at the beginning of the video, you can be critical of how they've gotten to this point, but right now, you can't even criticize them because some teams, they spend like crazy. Look at Manchester United. Look at Chelsea. Are they playing football like this? No, they're not. Are they being this dominant? No, and nobody can say Farmers League because then PSG made the Premier League into the Farmers League in the Champions League. So you can't even give that argument. But some of the players, one player who is not getting highlighted enough for me right now is I don't know if I wanted to say it the way Alex from Wonder Kid says it. Nuno Mendes or Nuno Mendes. This Jugador, man. Jugador. As somebody told me on Twitter, and by the way, follow me on Twitter, people. Bad boy footballer. Bad boy. Like, the way he just drives with the ball, it just looks like it's a gazelle, a giraffe, and it's just full speed. You cannot stop him. Defensively, a monster. Look again, that block he made on Vinny Jr. in the first half. Nothing you can do about it. Nuno Mendes is such a complete footballer right now. Is he the best defender in the world, people? Really, you have to go to those lengths because of how dominant he is right now in his position, how he affects the game on both fronts. Obviously, not so much going attacking wise, but defensively, everywhere Nuno Mendes covers every blade of grass. Kind of like how N'Golo Kante used to do it for Chelsea and Leicester. That's what Nuno Mendes is doing right now at the left back position. Insane footballer. And same for Hakimi. I mean, going forward, we know the guy is quality and quality. I think he's really improved defensively over this past season. But going forward, I mean, look at the one-touch football, especially for the third goal. PSG playing out from the back, couple 1-2 combinations. Hakimi gets in behind the Madrid defense and lays it off to Fabian Ruiz, who gets another goal. And Fabian Ruiz, by the way, underrated season. Euros, and now he completes the treble, and now he wants the Club World Cup. It's just so many footballers on this team that I just love to watch, and they're going to keep going. This is a young team, people. They didn't even have Pacho today. You could talk about Madrid not having Trent or Dean Huijsen. They didn't have Pacho, who for me is their best center back by far, and they didn't even get tested. Donnarumma, did he make any spectacular save in this game? No, he didn't. So it's just all of the fluid football. It's the complete changes in positions. You don't know how to defend against this team. The only way you can really beat this team is you have a physical striker, you play direct to them, you have two pressing eights, and see if that works. Because the one thing that Aston Villa did really well against PSG that really got their game off was just pressing them high up the field and basically eliminating Vitinha from the game. And once they did that, you saw Aston Villa started to create a lot of chances, and they could have easily equalized in that game if it wasn't for Pacho's clearance at the end. That's like the only way. You go toe-to-toe, you try and play man-to-man, they'll beat you. You try and just sit in a low block, okay, we'll play it out wide to Kvara, he'll cook the defender. We'll play it out wide to Desiree Doué and Hakimi making those triangles, they'll cook you that way. Okay, Vitinha will find a pass down the middle, or Fabian Ruiz making those late runs into the box. There's so many ways they just get the goals, they create the chances, and now they are looking more and more solid defensively. And like I said, they're a young team. So you know who's going to be the favorites next year for the Champions League. It's Paris Saint-Germain. They're going to keep on rolling in. I mean, Luis Enrique, from the rigid, boring football he played with Spain to, I would say, the first season under PSG, everything now clicks for Luis Enrique. Everything he tried to tell Mbappe, he told to Dembele. Dembele said, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to be the one leading the press. I'm going to be the pressing trigger, basically, for this entire PSG team. And Luis Enrique just installs belief into these players and allows some freedom as well. You're not just saying, Kvara, okay, you're going to play out wide, you're going to play it short to Nuno Mendes, and we're going to recycle the ball left to right, like it's a boomerang. No, he's telling Kvara, take on your man. Be expressive. And you see Kvara at times just being such a wonderful footballer. Same thing with Desiree Doué. And they want all the belts, people. They're in the Club World Cup final, and I don't know where you want to rank them in terms of the best club sides you have seen in the 21st century, but they got to be like at least top 6, top 7 at this moment in time. They have to. Obviously, I would still have Barcelona. Which one would I have? 2011 in first place, probably 2009 second. Then I would have like Madrid, either 2017, 2018 third or fourth. Then obviously Bayern Munich. I think PSG can get up there with those top clubs of the 21st century because of the domination they have shown, the domination they showed in the Champions League final, and the style of football they have played. Marvelous. It's so marvelous to watch this PSG team play, and they're going to keep going. I don't know who's going to stop them. I honestly, I wouldn't be shocked, but I would be very surprised if Chelsea beat them in that Club World Cup final. Obviously, Chelsea have been doing very well recently, but Chelsea have not gone up against this PSG team. They haven't because of Vitinha, because of Kvara, because of Desiree Doué. And I think for PSG fans, you have to just enjoy this moment. Marvel in the moment you are right now. Your team is at the peak of its powers. You have to just enjoy it because you don't know how long it's going to last. Maybe next season, things could unravel. Maybe Dembele could have a bad season. Anything can happen in football. So right now, while you're a PSG fan, absorb all the victories, absorb all the glazing that neutral fans are giving you because this PSG team, they fully deserve it. They are a sensational team, and let's see if they win the Club World Cup final. They are going to be huge favorites, but the way they dismantled Real Madrid, the way they dismantled Inter Miami, the only team that really gave them a good fight in this Club World Cup, obviously Botafogo beat them 1-0, was Bayern Munich. I thought Bayern Munich actually played a really good game, unfortunately with the Musiala injury. But what more do you want me to say, people? PSG are one of the best sides we have seen in the 21st century in club football. Do you share those thoughts? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Remember to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, and remember to follow me on all the socials. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, join the Discord, all those links, description down below. But have a beautiful day. Stay safe in this crazy world. Till next time. Adios.